Hey all, how are you? Welcome back. Jackson M. Haskell here, which is cool. I am super pleased to announce that the video coming after this will be something simple, which is always good. So one second. The video coming after this on the is an announcement video, which is really cool. On October 20th, that was the video coming on the 19th, which we're filming right now. We're talking about Star Wars Rebels Season 4, which is also the finale season. I am pleased to announce next Star Wars content will be October 23rd, where we're going to be talking about the Andor TV show overview, which is cool, and that will get us through, which is good. Here we go. Season 4 of Rebels consisted of 14 episodes, which is cool. The first two episodes are Heroes of Mandalore. Mandalore was a key planet featured in Star Wars, especially in Clone Wars, Star Wars Clone Wars. The first episode was directed by Stuart Lee and written by Henry Gilroy and Christopher Melching. Why episode 2, Saul Ruiz wrote it, directed it, and Christopher Yost wrote it, which is cool. October 16th, 2017, for release, and here we go. Sabine, Kanan, and Ezra lead Clan Wren in a raid on a Clan Saxon outpost to rescue Sabine's father, who is being held captive by Clan Saxon on behalf of the Empire. Outpost turns out to be a trap to capture Sabine, but they are rescued by Lady Bo-Katan of Clan Kryze, as Bo-Katan should have become ruler of Mandalore after her sister Duchess Satine was murdered. Star Wars Clone Wars things. Sabine attempts to give her the dark saber. Bo-Katan refuses to accept it. Sabine's father, Sabine, moves to the capital city for a public execution, so Sabine plans to rescue him. As being transported, they attack the convoy and rescuing Sabine's father, Alric Wren, who turns out to be much of an artist as Sabine. Sabine is confronted by her mother just as the Empire reveals a new weapon, the sound of which Sabine recognizes. They arrested aid of the attack and find every Mandalorian warrior vaporized. Sabine is devastated as she realizes that they were killed by a weapon she personally designed for the Empire, but is relieved to find her mother and brother survived the attack. As more Imperials arrive, Sabine and her allies are rescued by Clan Kryze, while Bo-Katan and Ezra destroy the pursuing TIE fighters. Saxon shows a recording of the weapons field tests are on. Weapon superheats an alloy in Mandalorian armor, killing an occupant, keeping stormtroopers unharmed. At Bo-Katan's camp, her men confront Sabine as a role increase into the weapon, which she named the Duchess, after Bo-Katan's sister Satine, Sabine convinces Clan Kryze to join her in a raid on the Saxon Star Destroyer to destroy the weapon. During the assault, Sabine is incapacitated by a Saxon, who orders her to adjust the weapon to full power. She does so, but she also calibrates the weapon to target Imperial armor, which stuns the Imperial troopers. Sabine slashes the weapon just with the Darksaber, breaching its power core and destroying the Star Destroyer. At the Kryze camp, Sabine gives Bo-Katan the Darksaber, making her the true leader of Mandalore. And this is the first episode, taking place here in one BBY. Next episode is another two-parter. In the Name of the Rebellion. Part 1 was directed by Sergio Pays, written by Gary Whitta. October 23rd, 2017. By Part 2, also known as Episode 4, Rebellion, directed by Bosco NG and Matt Nishowitz wrote it. October 23rd, 2017. Ezra, Kanan, and Sabine arrive on Yavin 4 to join the main group of the Rebel Alliance. Hera Squadron also arrives in emergency fuel. Dumpling have to barely survive the Imperial ambush, which Bail Organa attributes to the Imperial communication relay on Jalinda. A droid protects a hologram of Saw Gerrera, who mocks Mon Mothma for her willingness to go to any lengths to defeat the Empire, and Mappa angrily responds, refusing to stoop to violence and extremism committed by Guerrera Cell. She sends a Ghost Credit mission to intercept relays transmissions. Sabine inherently connects him to the main channel on approaching his light cruiser, pushing Ezra, the Imperial officer. Unfortunately, he is officer who's commanding the cruiser, Prom Titus. Sabine calls for Hera to pick them up, and as it been seen, before she can do so, a U-Wing piloted by Guerrera arrives, picking up Ezra and Sabine, bombs a relay dish, destroying it in the cruiser. Hera demands Guerrera transfer Ezra and Sabine, but he jumps in hyperspace. Guerrera convinces Ezra and Sabine to aid him in discovering the secret weapon he's convinced the Empire is working on, which is Project Stardust, also known as the Death Star. They board an Imperial cargo ship disguised as a regular civilian spacecraft and discovers a group of prisoner engineers work from the planet Coruscant who are being shipped to Jedha. Jedha was featured in Rogue One, planet where Saw lived, or an apparent project. So Guerrera insists that he has more evidence of the secret weapon, and so find a giant kyber crystal, which is put in the hall of their prisoners. Chopper attempts to get the prisoners out of harm's way via escape pods, but they are stopped by Empire when the plan to not get out of the ship foil. Guerrera blasted so it will explode. He calls two tubes to pick him up, and Ezra and Sabine are rescued by the Ghost Crew after destroying a massive Star Destroyer. The engineers do decide they want to join the rebel cause. They head to Yavin 4. Next episode, The Occupation. Directed by Stuart Lee, written by Christopher Yost, October 30th, 2017. Rebels are informed by Ryder Azadi about the Empire is building a new and improved version of the TIE Defender. Ezra and the Ghost Crew depart from Lothal using the Thago to smuggle them in because the Empire's serial tightens up its grip around the planet and nearly crush the local rebel cell. They find an environment ruined after Empire's activities, and that some Galenas like Old Joe were arrested and executed for aiding rebels. Identified and chased, Ezra's crew find unexpected aid from Ezra's old academy friend Jai Kell, and Azadi himself, their military safety, are sorely disappointed to hear that the Rebel Alliance is unable to save the execution of a liberation strike on Lothal. Ezra tries to stay optimistic by telling them that they can destroy the TIE Defender factory working together, while Azadi remains skeptical due to having witnessed the capacities of the TIE Defender elite. Number 8, Flight of the Defender. Saul Reeves directed it, and written by Dave Filoni and Stephen Melshi, October 30th, 2017. Ghost Crew scouts an Imperial airfield where the TIE Defender elite is being tested. Sabine hits upon the idea of stealing its flight data recorded to information of most that the rebels need about the TIE TIE or TIE, but unfortunately Grand Admiral Thrawn appears to witness a combat demonstration of the new fighter. Concerned, cornered, Sabine steals a fighter to get herself and Ezra's safety, but due to instant install a kill switch, the fighter ends up being straddled in the fields of Lothal, hiding TIE's hyperdrive for later retrieval. And been trying to evade the Imperial search parties. Ezra catches several unexpected glimpses of the white Lothwolf, a rare predatory species. Eventually, Lothwolf appears before him and sends Sabine to sleep, carries him back to their friends, only to disappear as mysteriously as it appeared, leaving Ezra a strange parting gift, Doom to ponder over, which is Caleb Doom, or Doom. Okay, Kindred is next episode. Serial Pays directed it and written by Dave Filoni and Henry Gilroy, November 6, 2017. Ezra and Cal, Jel, and Zeb move to secure the TIE Defender's elite hyperdrive before the Imperial recovery team can find it, but Thrawn has already dispatched an additional helper for the search, Uka. an assassin, and inherently accurate tracker. As Zeb takes Hyper to safety, Ezra and Jai end up being chased by Rook. They elude him with much difficulty, but tracking beacon Rook attached to their speeder leads Governor Price goes to Crew's hideout, while Hera and Chopper evacuate the Yavin with a stolen flight recorder. The rest of the rebels face incoming Imperials. Cover their retreat. Just before the two groups clash, the white lava reappears and leads them into a hidden tunnel complex imbued with the Force. Walking mysterious paths, the rebels unexpectedly find themselves in a mission settlement halfway across the planet, which was visited in ancient times by the Jedi, who erected a secret temple on Lothal. Discovered that Lothal is a messenger of the Force, here to tell them of a more sinister goal pursued by the Empire. Next episode, Crawler Commandeers. Bosco NG directed it, and Matt Nisovitz wrote it November 6, 2017. After Lothal rebels obtain shelter in ancient settlement, discover a mining guild or crawler stripping Lothal surface for raw materials passing by, decide to hijack it to establish contact with Hera and the Yavin rebel base with communicators. However, the crawler captain shuts down the vehicle and raises the alarm, and as Sabine works to reactivate it, Kanan and Zeb discover a number of slaves in the hull, among them Bazaga, who was sold to the guild by the Empire. Working together, rebels and the former slaves waylay an incoming Imperial patrol, investigating the distress call and prevent the captain from destroying the crawler. In the meantime, Hera, unwilling to wait any longer, inspires Rebel Command to conduct an immediate assault on the factory where the TIE Defender is being produced. After communication is established, Ezra's team agrees to coordinate the impending assault from the planet's surface. Next one, Rebel Assault, directed by Stuart Lee, Dave Filoni, and Stephen Melching wrote it. November 13, 2017. Almost already halfway done. Hera and an assault team arrive on Lothal and begin the battle on their way past the Imperial blockade, while the crew's crew on the ground sabotage anti-aircraft batteries to allow an unhindered attack on the TIE factory at Lothal's capital. However, with coordinating the Imperial defenses, Rebel attack force is annihilated with only a few survivors. Hera, Chopper, and pilot Martin attempt to reach the surface and regroup safely. As Hera groups attempt to slip out of the city under a constant pursuit by Ruka, Kanan returns to the capital to look for her, only be stopped by Lothal, and he asks what it should do. Hera opens the escape route, but is captured by Ruka before she can use it. Mart and Chopper have been picked up by Kanan and brought to the rebels' hideout as Lothal watches. Next episode, we have Jedi Knight, which is a Knight's reference because it's Jedi, and IGC, which is a reference to the Knights. Jedi Knight. Saul Ruiz wrote it, directed it, and Dave Filoni and Henry Gilbert wrote it. February 19, 2018. While Hera is being tortured by Governor Price, Ezra, Kanan, and Sabine prepare to rescue her, with Admiral Thrawn absent on Coruscant, but infiltrate the Lothalian Imperial Command Center using gliders they built that look like loft bats, and as Ezra Sabine secure gunship as an escape craft. Kanan discovers Hera's Caligori, featured in the last season, important family heirloom that was taken by Thrawn earlier in the series, and frees Hera before she, under the effect of truth serum, can reveal the location of the rebel base. As they attempt to escape on the gliders, Kanan instructs Hera to land him inside the Lothal city's fuel depot, just as Ezra Sabine pick him up. Price orders her troops to open fire on the fuel tanks, causing an explosion. Caught on top of a tank, Kanan uses the force-controlled explosion and pushes Hera and her friends away from the blast at the cost of his own life. Next episode, Doom. DQME, which is cool. Sirio Pays wrote it, directed by Dave Filoni. Sergio P. is directed by Dave Filoni and Christopher Yost, February 19, 2018, only after 3 episodes ago, which is cool. With the destruction of the Imperial Fuel Depot and resulting shutdown of the TIE Defender project, Governor Price decides to cover up the blunder by throwing a victory parade, but Thrawn is not deceived. When Sabine and Zeb depart for Lothal City to spoil that party, Ezra sinks in despair until he is challenged by the Lost Wolves and led to a gigantic Lost Wolf called Dume, who confronts him with his fears and tells him to return to the Lothal Jedi Temple. Meanwhile, after noticing that the Imperial TIE factory has been shut down, Sabine and Zeb encounter and engage in combat with Rucka. After beating him unconscious, they send him, covered in Sabine's graffiti, back to Lothal City, so that the rebels are still willing to fight. Hera overcomes her own grief by adding a token for Kanan to her Kalikori, and being told by Sabine and Zeb of how Kanan essentially fulfilled their goal of stopping the TIE Defender project. Ezra informs his friends of their important mission to go to the Jedi Temple and recover its precious knowledge from the hands of the Imperials. Wolf's in the Door, episode 12, directed by Dave Filoni and Bosco Ng, written by Dave Filoni, February 26, 2018, with Ada Lothwolf, Ezra, Hera, Sabine, Zeb, and Chopper head for the Jedi Temple, which is found being occupied by a mining guild evacuation team led by Imperial Minister Hayden, who is very close to penetrating his temple secrets by interpreting an unearthed mural depicting Mortis gods, Father, son, and daughter, seen in Star Wars: Clone Wars. Ezra uses the Force to bring the images to life, which shows the location of the door. However, despite their disguises as Imperial scouts, their presence is found out and an alarm is raised. Ezra escapes the door and the temple just before he can be captured. So it's really cool. Episode 13, A World Between Worlds. Dave Filoni and Stuart Lee directed it, and written by Dave Filoni, February 26, 2018. Sabine ends up being questioned by Hayden, asked by him to interpret the pictograms he has found within the Jedi Temple, thereby learning that Darth Sidious intends to breach barriers between life and death, a final stopping soon to controlling the Force with the entire universe. Just after she is discovered how to open the portal, Sabine is extracted by Hera, Zeb. In the meantime, Ezra wanders within the world between worlds, a void between space and time, until it's led by Ori to another portal, which opens Ahsoka's final battle against Darth Vader just before her demise. Ezra pulls her through the portal, the void saving her, thinking he has a chance to save Kanan as well. He considers an attempt, but is dissuaded by Ahsoka, who tells him, realizing if he had pulled Kanan out, he and others would have perished instead. With the opening of the Lothal door, Sidious is finally able to reach the void and attack him. Ezra and Ahsoka separate and escape through the portals, which they have come. With Sabine's hint, Ezra has finally seen the portal to the void, which also triggers the full collapse of the temple after a narrow escape. Hera returns to the temple, which has completely vanished with what he has learned in the void. Ezra is finally able to overcome his grief over Kanan's death. Sorry, there's 15 episodes, but I was wrong. This episode 14, A Fool's Hope. Dave Filoni and Saul Reese directed it, and it was written by Henry Gilroy and Stephen Elstring. March 5th, 2018. Second to last episode. Hera, Rex, and Kallus recruit Hondo, Gregor, Wolf, Ketsu for a plan to liberate Lothal, which agreed out of respect for Ezra. Back on Lothal, Ezra receives a vision that Thrawn has returned from Coruscant, meaning that they must enact their plan. Sees the capital right away. At the capital, Price is secretly contacted by Ryder, who offers to betray the rebels to her in return for his own safety. Price and Rucka lead an assault force on the rebel base, while Hera attempts to return with reinforcements, but first to pass the Imperial blockade. Imperials quickly gain the upper hand and capture the rebels, but Ryder reveals that his Imperials merely a ruse to lure Price of the capital. Everyone arrives at the coast and reinforcements, while Ezra was lawful to aid in the battle. Imperials are swiftly defeated, and Price is captured, but Ezra reminds everyone the battle to liberate is just beginning. Last episode. PMA Reunion and Farewell, directed by Dave Filoni, Bosco Engie, and Sergio Pace. Ran by Kiri Hart, Simon Kinberg, Dave Filoni, Stephen Melching, and Henry Gilroy. This is a finale episode, which is cool. Price, March 5th, 2018. With Price as a prisoner, rebel forces force her to give clearance codes to infiltrate the Imperial Command Center at the capital, seize the control and plan to issue an evacuation code for all Imperial forces to return to the command center and launch it into space. By self-destruct, Ruck overhears a plan to warn Thrawn, who tasks him with disabling planetary shield. Callus issues an evacuation order, and all Imperial forces enter the command center, but before they can launch, Thrawn arrives and positions his Star Destroyer directly above the city. Once Ruck disables the shield generators, Thrawn orders the rebels to surrender, or he will bombard the city. Ezra decides to surrender to stall Thrawn, while the rest of the rebels to reactivate the shields. Thrawn puts Ezra in contact with hologram Darth Sidious. Meanwhile, Mark realizes the plan is in trouble and takes a ghost to enact a backup plan. Ezra to give him by sending a signal over frequency 0 to summon help. As the rebels fight their way to the shield generator, Sidious tries to tempt Ezra with a promise to bribe his parents. Ezra refuses. Emperor Steel escapes custody, while the rebels are able to reach the shield before Thrawn can commence a bombardment of the city. Zeb is able to trap Rucka inside the shield generator as it activates, killing him. Gregor is mortally wounded in the fight and dies. Ezra fights the way to Thrawn, which reveals he has arranged Mark to call the Purgle, who arrive and destroy Thrawn's fleet, probe and grab Thrawn's flagship and prepare to drag into hyperspace. Despite pleas from his friends, Ezra decides to stay on the ship to make sure Thrawn is defeated for good, and they jump away with Thrawn's fleet gone. Rebels are proceeded with the plan to launch and destroy the commanding center. Price chooses to stay and goes down with it rather than remain a prisoner to rebels. Upon witnessing the destruction of the commanding center, people will all celebrate, and Hera is confident that they will be able to resist any Imperial attempts to recapture the planet. 5 years later, thanks to rebellion victory at the Battle of Endor, which is both Hera and Rex took part in, the feared Imperial counterattack on Ball never comes, and the groups could go their separate way. Zeb takes Callus to Lir Hassan, show him that he didn't fully exterminate all of the species, and he's welcomed him as one of them. Hera and Rex continue to fight with the Rebel Alliance, and it's real. Hera gave birth to her and Kanan's son, Jason Syndulla. Sabine teams up to Katana to search for Ezra, leaving behind Admiral on Lothal to pick the Ghost Crew. And that teaming up would later fall into the Ahsoka TV show, which I hope to cover in the future. But yeah, that's it. I'm really excited. Rebels was such a good show, and it's sad to see it gone. But yeah, and like I said, the video coming after is October 20th. We're talking about an announcement, next Star Wars content. October 23rd, we're going to be talking about Andor TV show overview, which is cool, and I hope you all enjoy.